Last time on Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice.
Oh my, it was a suicide? What?
And now back to Athena Sykes 2.
That's not the script. Can we get the original guy back, please? And now back to Apollo Justice 2. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Last time we left off, we finished Chapter 3, and now it's time to start Chapter 4, which is Turnabout Storyteller, which I've been told is a bit of a filler case. This is the Chapter 3 usually, but I'm still looking forward to it, to be honest. I'm still excited. It's an Athena case, so how can it be bad? Okay, got some treats. Oh, it's evil black killer man.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What time is it? It's 9, 10, 11.
I think that dude just died. Yep, he died. Was he gambling? Shiso's dead. No, do you think he did it? Oh no, if he did, then what do we do?
Hey, pull yourself together. Don't worry, I have an idea.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on, but hopefully by the end of the trial we'll get it. Oh, this is also a really short case, by the way. It's just 2 trials and that's it, so at least if it's a filler case, at least it's short, right?
What the heck? Who brings a defendant to his own trial late? Plus, the request is so last minute I didn't even have a chance to talk with my client. He's late for a very important date. My name is Athena Sykes, armed with analytical psychology and a full arsenal of legal know-how. I'm a fully competent defender of the Wright Anything Agency. I wish my client would show up already. The trial's about to start.
Oh, I think I know who this is. He was in the cover art for this, so it appears we made it just in time.
Where have you been? Trial's about to start, Simon.
Yeah! Woo! Simon's back. You needn't get so worked up, Athena. His baldness can wait.
There's no way he'd wait for me. And besides, why would I want to start off on the wrong foot with him right out of the gate?
Dealing with such matters is part of being a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, covering for your lateness is not.
Huh. Still but a rank amateur, I see.
Yeah! This is Simon Blackwell. He might not look it, but he's actually a prosecutor and a psychology specialist. He and I go way back. As for our shared specialization in psychology, we're both disciples of the same person, so to speak. He's kind of my senior, I guess. But twist and sense of humor and no, I wish he stopped treating me like a child all the time.
So, we're Wright don't know and Justice don't know.
Mr. Wright is abroad, and Apollo is helping Trucy with their magic show. Didn't I tell you?
They're what? So neither one of them are here. Didn't you take this on alone?
Yep.
Ye gods. He's like, oh no. Call Wright don't know back. It's not too late.
Oh no, not too late at all. You only need to know how to teleport.
Very well. Then I will settle for Justice Dono. Go grab him by the horns and drag him here.
Apollo is literally in the middle of a show, Simon. You may not want to admit it, but I've got what it takes to take on this case. Just leave this to me and go off from the gallery.
As your defense derails in spectacular fashion?
No, as I win the heck out of this trial. I'll be okay, promise. So wipe that look off your face already, will ya? Anyway, I take it that guy behind you is...
Yes, he's asleep again. Oi, Bucky, wake up.
Ah! Ah! Ow! What'd you do that for, Simon?
Oh no. Who's this yellow chickadee? She's your lawyer, such as it were. I'd say she's more green than yellow, however. Lawyer? She sure doesn't look it, does she? Is she like your fellow apprentice or something? Something like that. And no longer than I've known you. You could say we're bound to one another. Oh, okay. Well then, you should better call her Miss Chickadee then. Oh.
Simon, this guy's not only rude, but he's 3 sheets to the wind at his own trial. I know we just met, but I'm about ready to give him a piece of my mind.
Do as you will. You save it for after the trial. Miss Chickadee.
Don't call me that.
How'd you do? Simon here's an old friend of mine. I'm the 4th generation head chef of Wet Soba. Wet Noodle 4, Bucky Wet. Nice to meet ya.
It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Wet. So he can pull himself together when he wants to. Only a trial wasn't starting in a few minutes.
Having been accused of murder that only occurred yesterday, I'm afraid it's taken a toll on the poor boy.
And you happened to be there at the theater when it all happened too, right? They say they found a Rakugo storyteller murdered in his dressing room.
Indeed. The victim, Master Storyteller Taifu Tornado, was a longtime patron of Wet Soba. Master Tornado has been looking after Bucky ever since Wet Noodle number 3 passed away.
I see. So the victim was kind of like a father to the defendant, huh?
That stupid old fart, like a father? No way. He was always dishing my soba. How dare you speak ill of him? Running your mouth like that is why they suspected you of his murder in the first place. Now pull yourself together. Number 3 must be rolling in his grave. But Simon, please, none of them believe me. They won't listen to me.
Looks like he's still in shock from the whole ordeal. Don't worry, Mr. Wet. Everything's gonna be alright. I'm gonna defend you with everything I got. You're in good hands now.
You mean, you believe me, ma'am?
Of course. No matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end.
Gee whiz, Miss Chickadee.
Come on, you need to shape up. Just like all those al dente noodles of yours.
Yes, ma'am. My soba's the freshest. Ooh. Oh.
Mr. Wet!
Ugh. Bucky, you great big pillock.
So, how exactly do you know this guy?
He used to freaking wet soba, and still do, in fact, so I've known him since he was a lad. That's why his father and Master Tornado were always so good to me.
I didn't know you liked soba so much, Simon.
I wouldn't expect one such as you, who eats meat slapped between slabs of bread, to understand the delicate taste and the subtle textures imparted by buckwheat flour.
Hey, that's just rude.
But I digress.
Huh, I'm all about flavor and subtlety and stuff.
If I let Wet Soba end like this, I'll never be able to face number 3 or Master Tornado in the next life.
I see. And that's why you came to me. You want somebody you could trust.
It was never my intention to ask you.
I'll show him. I'll show him I can handle it just fine.
Well, I believe it's just about time.
What? We haven't even properly discussed the case yet.
What's the matter? You look nervous, Athena. Don't tell me you're chickadeeing out.
I'm just trembling with the excitement of battle, that's all. Ah, Gets, let's do this. Come on, Mr. Wet. Get up off the floor. We got a case to win.
Jeez, Miss Chickadee. I'm gonna do my best.
Wet soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba.
Really? That's your ringtone? Hello, 2 bowls of noodles? Sorry, sir, no can do. Kinda busy at the courthouse. Huh? They hung up. Okay, let's do this.
He's not gonna do himself or his case any favors like this, Simon. Maybe we should let him go get some rest somewhere.
Let me rest? Ha! Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for Rootin' noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba, and you don't let soba dough rest. It's all about the 3 freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough, and boil the noodles. Ooh! He blacked out.
Oh boy, I just knew something like this would happen. Simon, what are these 3 freshes of soba he was talking about?
First, buckwheat seeds, or groats, are ground to make buckwheat flour. Then dough made with this flour is cut with a large rectangular knife into noodles. And finally, the buckwheat noodles are boiled. Each step is done immediately, one after the other, so the soba is fresh when eaten.
Oh, so that's what he meant. I wouldn't want him to make me any soba right now, though, that's for sure.
Athena, there's no time for idle chatter. You need to get to the courtroom, now. Just remember, as a prosecutor, I will be unable to lend you a hand, so don't expect any help from my quarter.
There you go, treating me like I'm incompetent again. For your information, I wasn't planning on asking you for help anyway. Just you wait, Simon. I'll show you. Mr. Wright and Apollo may not be here. That's alright. I can do this on my own.
Can you? Can you really? Yeah, you can. I believe in you, Athena. Even if this trial has nothing to do with the main game. Okay, I have a feeling it's gonna be Nayuta who's the prosecutor, but like, why? All open doors, court is now in session! Oh my god, it is. All rise!
Sadmani, why? What made you take this case?
Court is now in session for the trial of Bucky Wet.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is fully prepared, Your Honor. What's this? No prayer this time, Prosecutor Sadmani?
That is correct, Your Honor. To expedite these proceedings, I completed them beforehand in the lobby.
Ah, how very thoughtful of you. By the way, what brings you back to this country?
Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth himself called on me to handle this case. What? What the heck, Edgeworth? I thought you liked good prosecutors. What the heck, Edgeworth? Why didn't you get me to take this case? Because I'm giving you a super complicated murder, okay? Look, you're the only one I can trust with this case the best. My headcanon is just like, Edgeworth gives all the super hard cases to the best. He's like, oh my god, Edgeworth, can you ever just give me like a theft case or something? He's like, nope, we have a triple of a murder coming up, and I'm gonna need you to take that one too. It's like, Besides, I have a debt to repay. And though my opponent is yet a callow thing, I have no qualms of sending her down to hell. Objection! If you have a score to settle, it's with Apollo, not me. But more importantly, I'm not a callow thing. I'm a qualified and capable attorney. Then what is that yellow attire if not proof of your immaturity, you small spring chick? Now, cease your shrill chirping.
Now, Prosecutor Sadmati. She is still only a teenager. Please go easy on her.
Great, now even the judge is giving me the kid treatment. Very well, shall we begin, Your Honor?
Yes, suppose we should. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, please give your opening statement.
I'll show them what I can do. They'll be sorry they underestimated me. Certainly. Let the last rites of the victim commence. Look at the scrolls, isn't it cool? No, I think it's stupid. The incident is believed to have occurred at around 4 p.m. yesterday, May 12th. There's a storyteller's theater called Kukuru Tai. The victim was a great master of the Tornado School of Rakugo, or comedic storytelling. His name was Taifu Tornado. The scene of the murder was at the theater's dressing room. It is accessible via the staff entrance hallway and is an inner and outer sliding door.
Backstage diagram added to the court record.
The estimated time of death is between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The cause of death is suffocation, though how the victim suffocated is yet to be determined. The autopsy found nothing unusual in his lungs or stomach, and there is no murder weapon. I will now submit the incident report to the court.
There we go.
Prosecutor Sadmani, how can you name Mr. Wes the culprit when you don't know how the victim was killed, or even with what? While it is true that the weapon and precise method are as yet unknown, the accused is the only one who had the opportunity to commit the murder. I will explain this assertion with further detail as we continue. Guess this means he has some kind of evidence to present. Now, would the accused care to plead his case?
Come to think of it, where is the defendant, Miss Sykes?
Sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid Mr. Wes isn't feeling very well and is resting in the infirmary. Surely it is the lack of a clear conscience that impedes him from facing this court. Great, starting off on the wrong foot already. Mr. Wet is the head chef of a soba shop frequented by the victim. On the day of the incident, Mr. Wet went to the theater at the victim's request. Taifu Tornado is a connoisseur of soba, as you can see in these photographs. He was apparently making soba himself in his dressing room that very day. The soba found at the scene is likely the soba he himself made there. Making soba is one thing, but making it in a theater dressing room is a bit much, no?
Master Tornado truly had a passion for soba, didn't he? For a man like that to be murdered by a soba chef is simply unthinkable.
And yet, the accused had ample motive.
For in the victim's safe, we discovered the deed to the accused shop. Mr. Wet wasn't to inherit Wet's Sobo, and he lost his father recently. However, it's believed the victim stole the shop's deed during the transfer process. The prosecution believes the accused killed the victim in order to get the deed back. Okay. A murder over the deed to a shop. That does sound like a plausible motive.
So that's what this case is about. I wish Simon had filled me in a little better. I could have contributed more than just 1,000 buckets of cold sweat if he had. Defense. From your demeanor, I gather you know very little about the details of this case. Well, you see...
Satara!
You are dishonoring the soul of the victim by appearing in the courtroom unprepared. You're an embarrassment to your profession. You putrid egg yolk. Ah! I'm egg yolk now. I'm sorry. Apollo's a red pepper and now I'm an egg yolk. We've only just started and I've already been demoted from spring chick. I'm ready to call my witness, Your Honor. Ooh, I'm looking at my hands. Ooh, my butterfly is not the same color as it was before. Let us listen to the words of one who was present when the crime was discovered. Someone who was there when the victim's body was found.
Very well. Witness, please take the stand.
Who do we got? Who do we got? Ooh, I see.
Oh. Are you gonna be... Oh. Simon. Oh, okay.
Oh! Okay. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Simon Blackwell, prosecutor.
Prosecutor Blackwell? You didn't tell me you were going to take the stand.
There simply wasn't time.
Ah, you're a fool. What a shame, Prosecutor Blackwell. Had you shared the damning scene you witnessed beforehand with the defense, we could have moved the trial along and saved the victim's soul that much faster. The damning scene? What in the world did Simon see?
Prosecutor said Marty, was it? Before I give my testimony, there's something I'd like to confirm.
By all means.
This case involves rakugo, a very traditional form of Japanese comedic storytelling. Do you have enough knowledge of this art form to handle the case competently?
Are you implying that I'm not qualified for this case?
Not yet. I'm simply trying to ascertain your familiarity with the topic. For now.
It is a prosecutor's duty to learn the background of any case he takes on. I did some research on rakugo last night and have grasped the overall idea of it.
Huh. How much could you possibly grasp in a single night?
Look at my little butterfly. Can you tell me I don't know the case now?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Rakugo is a form of entertaining storytelling. In it, the storyteller sits alone on the stage, with only a fan and a towel as...
3 hours later,
and the rakugo artist tells long, whimsical stories, giving each character a distinct voice. This traditional art was originally invented by the monks to make sermons more interesting. Goodbye, butterfly. You find that boring, I see. Are you satisfied? If not, I could explain the 12 types of endings to such stories. Or shall I perform the famous story of Jigemu instead?
Ugh! It appears you've put in a bit of study.
Your acknowledgement is most welcome, Prosecutor Blackwell.
I can see why you're known for being quite thorough in your research, Prosecutor. Now, I would love to see you perform that story you mentioned, if you don't mind.
If that is your Honor's request. Jigemu. Hold it! Slam my desk twice. Your Honor, can we please get back to the trial?
Oh, right! I forgot there's a trial going on. My bad.
Seriously? Of all the things for you to forget.
Ahem. Now then, back to the case. Prosecutor Blackwell, please tell this court when you witnessed.
Alrighty. Why is my phone keep going?
What Simon saw. What Simon says. I went to the theater yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. I went straight to Master Taneo's dressing room to say hello. Bucky went to the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later. Master Taneo's junior disciple Unedo apparently entered soon after. That's when Wendo discovered Master Taneo's body.
Now wait just a minute here, Prosecutor Blackwell. With testimony like that, you're practically accusing Mr. Wet of the crime.
All I can do is state what I saw. Can't help how it appears. But a qualified and capable attorney such as you should be able to dispatch with it, right?
Well, yeah, duh. Alright, I guess I better start getting all the info out of him that I can. Of course I can't, Baka. I don't need your help. Cross-examination. Bring it on, Sod Madi. Why are you saying bring it on? Because I want to, okay? Because I want to. Prosecutor Blackwell, what did you go to the theater for in the first place?
I went because I had received an invitation from Master Tornado. Here, see for yourself. It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple Uendo's promotion. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's succession under the stage name Wendo 2.
So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name?
Huh, you really don't know, do you? In the performing arts, a name succession is when an artist inherits a predecessor's name. Okay.
I see. So there's another Uendo Rakugo artist before, and this disciple succeeded him, huh? And what exactly did your invitation say?
It contained a simple letter of salutations and an outline of the show's program. Ah, it appears Daifu Tornado is going to perform Tokusoba, or Time Soba. He is famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba, using only his fans as a prop. In Uendo is to perform Soba Sei, or Soba Glutton, a soba-themed show, I see. It seems you know a thing or two about Rakugo yourself, your boldness. The first to perform was the senior disciple Giru, followed by Uendo, and lastly Master Tornado.
Okay. I see. So that's why you happened to be at the Storytellers Theater yesterday. So what happened after you arrived?
I went straight to Master Tornado's dressing room to say hello.
And how did Master Tornado appear when you said hello to him?
I went with the intention of greeting him, but ultimately we didn't actually meet.
You didn't see him? Why not?
Giru escorted me to the dressing room, but we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done.
You heard Rakugo being performed in the dressing room?
Yes, not just me, but Giru as well.
In other words, you can confirm that the victim was still alive at around 4 p.m.?
Correct. I couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Tornado. I could tell because it was the Time Soba routine being performed in there.
So that means the victim was killed sometime after that. Okay.
Bucky went to the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later.
Please tell us in detail how Mr. Wright appeared at the time.
Giru and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Tornado to finish practicing, when Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things.
What happened after that?
We heard what sounded like Bucky shouting inside the room. About 10 minutes later, Bucky came back out of the dressing room looking rather irate.
This is most likely when the murder was committed. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him within the span of 10 minutes. I better come up with some kind of counter-argument, and fast.
Master Tornado's junior disciple, Wendo, apparently then entered the room soon after.
What do you mean by apparently? Didn't you see him go in?
No, I couldn't. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. But Jiro was right in front of it, so I'm sure she saw it all.
I see. And why did you suppose Wendo went to the dressing room anyway?
He had just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. The disciple is to pay their master respect right before and after each performance.
You know, all disciples are expected to do this.
Yes, it's common courtesy among Rakugo artists.
I see. Could you tell us what happened after Wendo went to the dressing room?
Certainly. That's when Uendo discovered Master Tornado's body.
How did Wendo act at the time?
After Uendo had been in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes, we heard a scream from inside the room and Uendo came flying out.
Did you hear any signs of a struggle at that time?
No, just Uendo's woeful scream.
I see.
Okay. Well done, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the sequence of events.
Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. And now, please allow me to summarize your testimony. While Prosecutor Blackwell and Jiro were in the hall waiting for Master Tornado, the accused came along into the dressing room with some items in tow. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room, and about 10 minutes later he came back out of the room, seeming rather angry. A short time after the accused had come and gone, Uendo Tornado entered the room. A few minutes later, after having discovered the victim's body, Uendo gave a scream and came running into the hallway from within. Prosecutor Blackwell and Jiro then ran into the room and saw the body for themselves. From the circumstances, it is quite clear the accused murdered the victim.
This is crucial testimony indeed. Okay.
Defense. An eyewitness is giving conclusive testimony. Why not let it all go now and allow the victim his last rites? Not in your life. If Uendo went into the dressing room too and was the first to discover the body, then who's to say he didn't commit the crime? Uendo was in the dressing room for a mere 2, perhaps 3 minutes. He could not have possibly committed murder in that time, nor without making any noise. Oh, Simon, why'd you have to give that awful testimony? Prosecutor Blackwell, can't you give me something a little better to work with here?
Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I'm certainly willing to tell you all that I know. So if you truly are as capable as you claim, then draw out what you need yourself.
This is no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just admit you don't remember it all that well. Prosecutor Blackwell, watching you collude with the defense like this, I see that you are no prosecutor. Begone, witness. You shall haunt this sacred hall no more.
How dare you treat me like some evil spirit to be exorcised? I'll remember this, you blackguard.
Don't worry, Prosecutor Blackwell. I've got this. When I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You, half-boiled putrid egg yolk. Ew, I object to the notion that I'm a gooey, smelly mess. Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a Rakugo show. He may not hold the title of prosecutor. He may hold the title of prosecutor, but this time he's still on the side of the defense. To restore balance to this trial, I would like to present an actual witness for the prosecution.
And who is this witness?
The person who was with Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered. She's another entertainer of the Tornado School, Miss Jiro Tornado.
Oh boy. Oh. Why, hello there. Is your name and occupation, witness?
Hello, everyone. I'm here to represent the Tornado School with a twisty twist twist twist.
Wow.
And balloon! There you have it. Stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Jiro Tornado! Just call me Jiro. 1, 2, balloon!
What a way to capture your audience's attention. I dare say I can't take my eyes off those balloons.
Please tell me you're talking about the hat, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Jody, I'm so glad you liked my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club? Pretty please.
Oh, absolutely.
And please save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honor. Anyway, Jiro, I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful for having just lost your master. Of course I'm sad, but Shisha would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile. Never show sadness. Smile, 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 with a twisty twist, twist, twist. And balloon, there you have it. One gorgeous cake. I see. I guess the entertainer's gotta do what an entertainer's gotta do. The balloon art's worse than a Rorschach test. All I saw was a severed monster head. Jiro, you're obviously a balloon artist. So how did you come to be a member of a Rakugo school? Well, my father, my late father that is, was a Rakugo artist, you see. So I joined the Tornado School to be just like my dad someday. I see. Father and I so much to Shisho, our master, but that Becky wet. Oh, how could he? I want to see him pay for what he's done as quickly as possible.
Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss.
And not only that, but you have more to say about Mr. Wet. Every time he comes to deliver soba to us, he yells at me. He tells me to get away. Is there any reason why he would say such a thing to you? He says the smell of my perfume will get into his soba and ruin it. Like, how can he say that? This is a great scent.
Huh, how very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but please don't let Jiro's balloons bias your judgment. Mr. White hasn't been proven guilty yet, remember? Huh. It'll be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, defense. Now then, Jiro, please share the truth with this court.
Yes, Jiro, your testimony, please.
Alright, let's get into it. Witness testimony.
Well,
Before the murder was discovered.
From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 when Chisho's body was found, Sam and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Uendo discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jugemu was barking like mad. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have any objection to this witness's testimony?
No. Make up your bloody mind, sad monk Sadmani. First you exercise me, now this.
Huh. You only do as you're instructed by this humble servant of the Holy Mother. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul. Hey, I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Sadmani, and I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. So what are you asking Prosecutor Blackwell for? I'm the one you should be checking with. There's a passage in the sacred scriptures of Kurainism. Look at my butterfly. To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick. In other words, the experienced are useless. With that in mind, it seemed more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackwell.
He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sykes, don't know.
Well, I won't let either one of you insult me. I'll show you I'm no inexperienced spring chick. I took, like, a case, okay? This is like, what, my second case? Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness.
okay. I'll allow your cross-examination, so you better strike while the iron is hot.
Let's go! Cross-examination.
Well,
Before the murder was discovered.
Jugemu. That's my doggy. I gave him at the theater. Let's see. With a twisty twist. And a balloon. There you have it. My cute little Jugemu. He's kind of creepy looking. Oh, but he's a really, really good boy. And why was Jugemu barking? Do you think it's because he saw someone suspicious? If so, then we'd have a new suspect in this case. Now why was he barking again? Well, I remember, because it was time for me to feed him. So I went to his yard and gave him some food. Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that? Nope, the door out into the yard was wide open. I would have seen anybody if anybody went to the dressing room. Prosecutor Blackwell, come down to the stand for a sec, please.
Huh. How many times must I do this?
You saw what Jiro was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before?
Huh. I can't be expected to remember every minute detail.
Well, remember them now, please! Did Jiro go into the yard?
Yes, I remember now that she went to feed Jugemu. I saw her looking toward the dressing room quite frequently as well.
Do you recall anything else?
It looked as though she were feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Jugemu couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in a corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember. Okay.
includes additional info.
It looks like Jiro was telling the truth. Your Honor, I like Jiro's last statement added to her testimony.
As you wish, defense. I was in the yard, but the door was wide open, so I could keep watching the dressing room door.
Objection!
There we go. Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way you could have seen it. So you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard. Is that correct? That's right. The door out into the yard was wide open. Shake my head. Sorry, but that makes 0 sense. Take a look at this diagram of the backstage area. There is a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony.
Oh? I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Sykes. Please point out what contradicts the witness's testimony. I don't really know how to say it.
Garrett was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but the door to the yard was wide open, as you said.
Oh.
It would have blocked her view, making it impossible for her to see the dressing room. What? No way! But even if there were, admittedly, a few moments Jiro was not keeping watch, how much would that really affect this case? It'll greatly affect the case. When the smart prosecutor Blackwell stood, he couldn't see the dressing room door either. Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen. Ah! Slam! Why do I keep slamming it twice? Jiro, why did you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room? What?
Objection. Hide the fact. You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight, right, witness?
Well, I was so shocked by what happened. I was just confused, that's all.
Even though she's trying to keep a brave front as an entertainer, the truth is that she's being torn apart by grief. For a mind to be in turmoil is hardly unexpected. Yes, it must be very difficult indeed. To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity, all I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed.
But that wasn't what I was trying to do.
Is it beyond your comprehension, defense? Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further. And if we ask the people of this courtroom, I'm sure they would agree.
What? The gallery doesn't get a say in this.
Are you afraid to find out that they think ill of you? Or that perhaps you are in the wrong? Listen to them now with that keen sense of hearing you are so proud of. He's right. That was harsh. She didn't have to go that far.
I feel kind of sorry for the witness. But why is the lawyer's outfit so yellow? Why is it a crime to wear yellow in this universe? Spiky hair, yellow, they're all evil. No, I was just trying to find the truth. Why is the whole gallery siding with Prosecutor Sadmati?
They know what is right and what is wrong. That lawyer's still in training, isn't she? Why is she all by herself?
I hear the voices of the gallery. I can hear the voices of their hearts. It's so intense. I feel so alone up here fighting by myself.
Are you afraid, child? It is ludicrous to come to trial with such paltry preparation of the soul. I command you to leave this courtroom at once.
But I can't give up. I have to keep pressing on. As long as there was a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Gira's testimonies.
Huh. Even now you continue to resist. You're childish in defeat as well, I see.
I'm not out for the count yet, Buster. I'm just getting started.
Despite your posturing, is it not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment? But with but a little push, you would surely succumb to despair. A little push such as with this piece of conclusive evidence.
Conclusive evidence, huh?
That is correct. We found a critical piece of evidence at the scene of the crime. The victim's dying message, which clearly implicates the accused, Bucky Wet. Okay. Dying messages are almost always fake, so... Look at these Japanese playing cards known as karuta. They lined up on the table. They have special English version karuta cards spell out a message. That message, wet number 4.
Wet number 4? You mean wet noodle number 4?
Slam my desk. Yes, wet noodle number 4, as the fourth head chef of Wet Soba is also known. The message points to none other than the accused, Bucky White.
No! Wow, great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh no, this is really, really bad. What do I do? What do I do?
Oh, come on, we're gonna prove it to be fake somehow, right? Would you still carry your futile fight in the face of this irrefutable evidence?
You can say whatever you want. We won't know until we...
It is cruel to give the accused false hope. You will only compound his suffering. Wise people of the courtroom, do you not agree?
He's right. It's cruel to make him suffer when there's conclusive evidence. What an incompetent noob. Feel bad for the victim and the defendant.
What? But I'm trying to prove Mr. White's innocence here.
I know you can hear them, defense. Their voices implore you to save the accused soul. It's time for you to let it go and move on, you inexperienced lawyer. You lack the competence with which to accomplish anything meaningful here.
Is he right? It's too much for me to handle on my own?
Oh no, don't go into like freak out mode.
What's she doing? What good is she doing anyway? She just quit right now.
Ah.
Now, defense, leave everything to this humble servant to the Holy Mother. Silence! Oh, I'm getting sick of your garbage. Oh! He's on the defense bench! He's trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate the trial, Athena. What a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man.
Simon!
Oh, look at me with my cool little turn. And you fop doodles in the gallery. Can't a man watch a trial in peace? I should sword you. This inexperienced amateur is about to turn the trial around.
Does that prosecutor really think she can turn these things around?
The mood in the courtroom is starting to change.
Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing on the defense's bench?
I grew bored of watching from the gallery. Oh, look at me tap my head. Besides, if I were to leave this trial to the spring chick and lose my favorite soba shop in the process, I will be quite cross. You voluntarily stand on the side of impurity and sin. Truly, what a fool you are. Can I kill him, Your Honor?
No, I'm afraid you can't do that.
Okay, but what if I said I'll kill you if you don't let me kill him?
Oh, well then I'm gonna have to say you can kill him.
Wait, what? No, this isn't fair. Wait, stop! To think, you were so easily manipulated by his parlor tricks. Whatever happened to qualified and capable, Athena?
I just let my guard down a little bit, but it won't happen again.
Then grit up your loins and steel yourself for battle.
I'm not girding up anything in this skirt, but I am ready to get serious.
Seems there is now yet another soul I must cast down into hell. I was in prison for a long time, and hell sounds no worse than cell, to be honest. Ah, but the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering. For the sin you have just committed, you shall surely be reborn as a panda in your next life. A white and black reverse panda, that is. And you shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule.
A thrill like that won't work on Prosecutor Blackwell. After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life.
Who are you calling a panda?
Sorry!
See your Blip's prepared to face the fires of damnation. Jiru, thank you for your service. You may step down now.
Okie dokie. Bye bye, balloon! Does everything have to be about balloons with her?
Now then. Have a witness prepared to testify about the Karuta cards.
And who was the witness this time?
The first to discover the body, and someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand. Mr. Uendo Tornado. The time has come for that ponytailed pair over there to finally let it all go and move on.
Very well. Let's bring in this witness then.
Let's go, boys. What voice do I give you?
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
I am the Rockville storyteller Uendo Tornado. Even if my performance isn't worth watching, I will certainly watch my words. I wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested. After all, that'd be a Raku no-no. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Hold it! You haven't even testified yet. Can't leave yet. You've only just introduced yourself.
Oh my. Are you a fan of mine, miss? Would you like my autograph? One moment. Oh, sweet, I get the thing with it? Oh, I'll take it, okay.
Can Ow! What do you think you're doing?
No need to stand on ceremony. My fan deserves a fan, after all. A fan for a fan! Nice one! Oh, if it isn't Simon, how are you on this fine day, sir? Quite a dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in, wouldn't you say?
Blackwell, how are these your friends? I don't understand. They're nothing like you. I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much, Uendo.
We were formed in a place like this, you know? Got butterflies here, can't you see?
No, I'm the one with butterflies. No, seriously, they land on my finger. It's a problem. I can't get them to go away.
Why do I always get the weird ones?
Pardon me, witness. As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we had better return to the case at hand.
Ah, I suppose you're right. In that case...
I was promoted to Futatsume yesterday and received the stage name of Uendo. And then that happened. Ha! Never dreamed something like that had happened. Not in a million years. And just as I got my chances after paying my debt to Shisho, too. Oh, now back to normal. Yes, plus I'm worried about Jiru. Do. We should clung to Shisho. Poor thing. Told her to keep her stiff upper lips. Stiff like rigor mortis. Keep telling those lame jokes and Shisho will come scold you from the grave. Wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if I meant seeing him again.
Uendo, please, as charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage.
Oh, I see. He was like, okay. Because I was like, why is he, like, shooting himself down? I'm confused. Let us hear your testimony now, witness. Tell this court about the evidence left at the scene, and the proof of the accused's guilt.
Can you not, though? Can you, like, say how he's a good guy?
Is he, like, sitting on a bunch of pillows? I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. The stiff cards are right there next to the stiff, you see. Hey now, enough of the silly puns already. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been about Bucky. Oh, I see. That was the master's final message left to you drowning in soba broth. So like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright, plain and simple isn't his style. Well, that was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual. The variety of characters performed for the witness was absolutely splendid.
But you shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. Uendo, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet. So how can you say that the victim was drowned in soda broth? Soba, not soda.
It's obvious. All you have to do is look at the crime scene. He was found with his face shoved in a bowl. It's only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth for the noodles.
Except we're not here to assume things, Uendo, so please stick to just the facts.
My, it's so like a soba chef to kill someone this way, wouldn't you say? And with the Karuta message you left behind, it's clear Bucky Wet did it. Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now. That dying message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence.
Indeed, it proves the absolute guilt of the accused. Even I gotta admit that I can't see how that message could mean anything else.
Bucky used soba for the dead. Let's get back to the soba shop deed.
His testimony makes Mr. Wet look super guilty. I have to do something.
Huh. That's his conclusive evidence? What a farce.
What do you mean, Simon?
What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help.
I did and I won't, thank you very much. Simon must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. I'd better listen carefully and try to see what he found.
Okay. Cross-examination. Shisho's dying message. Oh, duh, he didn't drown, he was suffocated.
Slam my desk. There's a contradiction in Uendo's testimony.
And would you care to explain where, Miss Sykes? Oh, okay, I'm opening this now.
Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim's lungs.
Ah, yes, it does say that, doesn't it? Oh no, I'm sweating.
If he had drowned in a bowl of soba, then there should have been soba broth in his lungs. But since there wasn't any, It means the victim was suffocated with something other than sober broth.
What?
This is the contradiction you notice, isn't it, Simon?
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Guess I showed you.
What if drowning in the sober broth wasn't the cause of death? Then what was the victim's face thrust into that bowl?
Typhoon Tornado's face was thrust into the bowl.
There we go. Yep, thought so.
Because no sober broth was covered in the victim's lungs, his head must have been placed into the bowl after he was killed. And that's when the sober broth must have been spilled on the Karada cards. In other words, the victims could not have lined the cards up as he was drowning.
I see. So it was done after he was already dead. But why would the culprit do such a thing?
I'm afraid I don't know yet.
Ah, you're a fool. Oh wait, no, I didn't do it. Sorry, my bad. I'm calling him a butterfly. I take that back. You are not a fool at this very moment. Your boast of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine such a simple motive. My sides are liable to split at the absurdity.
What? And I suppose you know why.
Of course. Desecrating the body in that manner indicts a strong sense of enmity on the part of the perpetrator. Indicates, not indicts. Feelings of resentment over the theft of the sober shop's deed, no doubt.
Just great. Now the judge has an even more unfavorable impression of Bucky.
Silence! Must you come undone at every juncture? If the culprit had time enough to set up Master Tornado's body, do you think they would have honestly failed to notice the dying message?
Good point. The cards were right in front of his body, after all. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have missed that, huh?
Objection! But was the accused rational at the time, given the way he stormed out of that room?
Silence! Slam my desk. Never mind that. I have something more important to ask you, Wendo.
Me?
You saw the Karuta cards firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell us about them in a bit more detail? Those tiny crime scene photos show us precious little of what I wish to know.
Well, those cards are from Shisho's special Soba Seeds of Tokyo Pass set. Each card is related in some way to Soba.
Spare me the history lesson. Just tell me how the cards looked at the scene and no more.
Well, there was Soba broth spilled all over them.
That's not much help, I'm afraid. Professor Sean Marty, do you have a photo that shows the cards more clearly?
I do. Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor. With my scroll, isn't it cool?
No, I think it's stupid.
Okay. Oh, I see. Wet number 4.
Oh my, what delightful looking cards.
Well, well. Tearing prosecutor Sad Monk's conclusive evidence apart should be a breeze with this. Don't tell me you haven't noticed.
Don't be silly. Of course I have. Not noticed anything, but I can't exactly say that now, can I?
I don't really see it yet, but okay.
Oh! Miss Sykes, you really see a problem with the prosecution's claim about these cards?
Well, go on then.
Alright. It's do or die. All I have to do is study the picture and... These cards... are kind of riddle. These cards were rearranged.
But how can you tell?
Please take a good look at these cards, Your Honor. Your Honor, the answer is right in front of us.
Where exactly should we be looking, Miss Sykes? The pictures of the cards.
Please focus your attention on the soba broth stains on these cards. The outline of these stains don't match up with the larger stains on the table.
Oh, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And?
Please recall the soba broth was spilled and got onto the cards after the murder, when the victim's face was placed in the bowl.
Yes, go on.
By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards after that. In other words, this message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client.
What? Then, if we put the cards back in their original positions...
we can restore the evidence and see who the cards were really pointing toward.
Well, that's true.
Falcon.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's do this. All I have to do is rearrange the cards so that the stains match up.
Oh god, do I actually have to do this?
Okay. Let's see, where is this W card originally? So that would be...
Perfect. Okay, the H card is next. Let's see. Where's the H card originally supposed to be? I think... Yes! Now the E card. Let's see. Where's the E card? Okay.
that one's pretty easy. It's there.
Perfect match. Next up is the T card.
There's only one place it could be.
Boom. Great, that fits right there. Now the N card. Let's see. Where is this card originally? Ooh. Ah. There, that looks good. Now O.
Okay. That goes there.
Nice, almost done. Now the last card is 4. Let's see, where is this 4 card originally?
Gee, I wonder where. Boom. Owen 4th.
So the message, wet number 4, was originally supposed to say Owen 4th. And this original message is our clue to the identity of the true culprit.
What?
That indignant look on the prosecutor's sad monk's face is positively priceless.
This is absurd. So it was originally Owen 4th.
It wasn't wet number 4? Even the lawyer's smarter than we thought.
Order! Order in the court! Wow, I never would have imagined that there was more to these cards than meets the eye.
Yeah, Owen 4th.
So now that that's settled, what does this Owen 4th mean?
Wait, am I?
Who else do you suppose is to provide an explanation? Of course it's you!
But I hadn't thought that far yet.
Change the cards around all you'd like, but if you cannot explain what the message means, then it is as worthless as you are, defense.
No! God dang it.
I'm going to call my little butterfly friend. And so, the spring chick that fancies herself a graceful swan is brought back down to earth.
I have to do something, but what?
Still your thoughts for a second. There's a perfectly good witness question over there.
Oh, right. That's a good idea. Come on, Athena. Get a hold of yourself. Wendo, does the phrase Owen 4th mean anything to you?
Oh, we're gonna moon matrix him? Is he gonna, like, fly?
No, there's no one named Owen in the Tornado family. Or our circle of friends.
Maybe I'll give him a bit more, like, actual character. Go ahead, ask anybody you'd like.
You can't be serious.
Having rummaged through your empty mind, I see others, as expected, turned up nothing.
Silence. Huh. I'm afraid I have no idea who the devil this Owen 4th is either. But the fact remains that the cards were rearranged to pin the blame on Mr. Wet. That in itself proves that the defendant isn't the real culprit.
Slam my desk twice. Prosecutor Blackwell is right. Besides, the important question here is not who does the message point to, but rather, who rearranged the cards?
Why didn't you point that out earlier if you already knew?
Sorry. In any case, there were 2 opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. The first was when Mr. Wet entered the dressing room, and the second was when Wendo discovered the body.
Are you accusing me of rearranging the cards?
Me, who came to testify out of the goodness of my heart.
Well, you didn't exactly come running out screaming straight away, did you? Even a mere 2 to 3 minutes is more than enough time to get up to some devilry. So what exactly were you doing in there, Uendo? Put down the tea and spit out your answer.
Mr. Prosecutor, what's a guy supposed to do at a time like this? Silence is more precious than diamonds, witness. Therefore, you need only stay silent. The defense is devious. They're waiting for you to make a slip of the tongue. Oh, I see. So that's what they're after, is it? In that case, Your Honor, I decide not to say another word. Very good. After all, your right to remain silent is protected by law.
Well, Prosecutor Blackwell, any other brilliant ideas you'd like to share?
Oh, did you hear that, Sykes Dono? A Rakugo artist is afraid to speak. Who's ever heard of such a thing?
You're trying to taunt him into talking. Such a petty trick will never work. That's right. I'm not going to fall for it.
I'm only asking to hear a story. Besides, is it not your job to tell your tales if there is an audience to listen?
Even so, I have the right to refuse to answer. Slam my desk.
The more you keep quiet, the more we want you to talk. That's simply human nature. Isn't that right? People of the gallery. Even with this wonderful audience in front of you, you still refuse to talk. If so, then perhaps you chose the wrong line of work, my friend.
Are you saying I should quit? Because I'm not afraid to speak my mind, I'll have you know.
Oh no! Never mind what I just said! If you're too scared to talk, it's absolutely terrifying.
But no, as a Rakugo artist, I must talk. If I don't, how can I ever show my face on stage again? Your Honor? I'm ready to testify. He did it! He managed to convince Uendo with his power of suggestion technique.
Bully for you, Uendo. That's a real Rakugo. That's as a real Rakugo artist should be.
Oh, alright. The witness wishes to testify, then by all means, please do. To be turned by such an obvious ploy. What a man of weak spirit.
Oh, yeah, boys. Witness testimony. In the dressing room.
After my performance, I went to visit Shisho.
I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shiso slumped over the table, motionless.